The scream of my daughter calling for Max still haunts my nightmares. Pepper spray seared Max's golden fur, his eyes streaming as he crumpled beside the playground where my 7-year-old blind daughter, Lily, stood helpless, sobbing. Diane Carver, our HOA president, loomed over my daughter's guide dog, a tranquilizer dart poised in her manicured hand. "This dangerous beast ends now," she hissed, her grip steady as Max whimpered in agony. Lily reached blindly toward her best friend's cries, tears soaking her face, gasping, "Daddy, why can't Max see me?" Diane had no clue that attacking my daughter's service dog had ignited a firestorm beyond her HOA reign. The satellite phone in my pocket buzzed with a priority alert. In 3 minutes, the serene morning of Oak Ridge Estates would erupt with the thunder of military helicopters descending on our suburban haven. For months earlier, when Lily and I moved to Oak Ridge, the gated community seemed a haven for a single dad raising a blind daughter. Tree-lined streets wound past flawless lawns, sprinklers painting rainbows each dawn. The park's accessible paths were ideal for Lily's mobility training with Max, her 3-year-old golden retriever guide dog, her constant companion since age 5. Lily, born with labor congenital amaurosis, was blind from birth but gifted with uncanny intelligence, navigating via sound, touch, and Max's steadfast guidance. She could recognize footsteps, sense weather shifts, and detect malice in strangers. Max wasn't just a doe, was Lily's eyes, protector, and soulmate. Trained by Colorado's top guide dog program, he mastered obstacle courses, halted at curbs, dodged hazards, and defied unsafe commands. His devotion to Lily was unbreakable, but I hadn't foreseen how our neighbor would react. Diane Carver, HOA president for 5 years, ruled Oak Ridge like a dictator. At 58, her silver bob never wavered in Colorado's gusts, her tailored suits and flawless makeup projecting absolute control. Her mansion, a fortress on the corner lot, bristled with cameras monitoring the paths. Her spotless sedan gleamed, and her garden's flowers stood in rigid rows, more like a monument than nature. Everything about her screamed order, intolerance for deviation. Whispers hinted at a tragedy: her son's death in a car crash 5 years prior, caused by a dog darting into traffic. That grief had festered into a vendetta against all dogs, blind to their purpose or training. From our first week, I caught Diane spying from her windows as Lily and Max practiced routines. She'd linger on our walks, her gaze cold, assessing Lily like a flaw in her perfect domain. The harassment started subtly: an HOA letter demanding pet registration, ignoring Max's service animal status. Then another cited oversized dog, restrictions absent from our purchase documents, with grainy camera shots of Max, like evidence of a crime. I met Diane to clarify. Her office mirrored her obsession, legal papers stacked precisely, walls lined with photos of compliant properties. Explaining Lily's blindness and Max's role, I saw no empathy. Her lips thinned. "Mr. Harper, this is a premium community," she said, voice icy. "Federal laws don't trump our covenants. If your daughter needs special accommodations, a facility might suit her better." The suggestion to exile my blind child for her guide dog size left me stunned. I cited the Americans with Disabilities Act, Max's elite training, Lily's dependence. Diane was unmoved, insisting property values demanded a normal atmosphere, free of disruptive animals. Her eyes held no warmth, only calculation, as if Max were a pest to eradicate. Weeks later, Diane's campaign escalated with precision. She timed inspections to shadow Lily's outdoor practice, tablet in hand, logging violations of ever-shifting rules. Surprise property checks hunted for fines, measuring grass, scrutinizing mailbox paint, counting garden stones under phantom guidelines. Lily grew anxious, glancing back during walks, her small frame tense at Diane's voice. Max turned protective, his calm strained near Diane's cameras. Diane's cruelty targeted Lily's routines, rearranging park benches to confuse navigation, citing noise from Lily's soft audio cues. The breaking point loomed at an HOA meeting where Diane pitched stricter pet rules with zeal. Her slideshow featured telephoto shots of Max, noise logs from Lily's play, and property value data from dog-free communities. This oversized, unsupervised animal is a liability, she declared, framing Max as a menace. Neighbors squirmed, sensing her bias, but stayed silent. I cited ADA protections, Max's training, Lily's rights. Diane countered with legal jargon, claiming a smaller, quieter animal would suffice, dismissing Lily's needs as unreasonable. The meeting ended with a vow to review policies, leaving me feeling Lily's future was at stake. That night, Lily signed to Max in their private language, reassuring him in the dark. Diane's hatred was poisoning our sanctuary. What Lily and neighbors didn't know was my past 15 years in special operations, with a satellite phone in my closet tied to a world Diane couldn't fathom. The crisis exploded on a crisp April Saturday. Lily, in her purple jacket, was eager to practice her obstacle course in the park, treats packed for Max. We found it eerily empty, save for Diane, poised by the playground like a guard. In a flowing cover-up, tablet recording, she blocked our path. "This is private HOA property," she snapped. "Unsupervised animal activities need board approval." Her venom made the demand absurd. I explained we were using public amenities. Max was protected, Lily posed no threat. Diane brandished a folder legal papers, insurance clauses, liability reports, crafted for this moment. "Federal protections don't cover community risks," she said, stepping toward Lily and Max. "Large animals aren't reasonable accommodations." Lily began her routine, guiding Max through exercises, lost in their bond. Diane's hatred clashed with their joy, her cruelty stark. She pulled pepper spray from her purse, glaring at Max. "Put that away," I warned, voice honed from combat. "That's assault on a service animal federal property." Diane's laugh was bitter. "This beast endangers safety." She raised the spray, then produced a catch pole, revealing her plan wasn't impulsive. "I've studied animal removal protocols," she said. "Federal laws don't shield threats." Her logic twisted a hate crime into policy enforcement. Lily sensed Max's tension, signing nervously, asking if they should leave. Diane's finger neared the spray trigger. Then she drew a syringe veterinary tranquilizer. My blood roared. The phone in my pocket buzzed as Diane sprayed Max, the hiss searing his eyes. He collapsed, whimpering as Lily screamed, "Max! Daddy, what's wrong?" Crawling toward his cries, her hands scraped concrete. Diane stood smug, empty canister in hand. "Dangerous animals require neutralization," she said, raising the catch pole, then the syringe. "This ensures safe removal." I roared, "Step back. That's federal property." Diane sneered, "It's a dog." The dart hit Max's flank, his body convulsing, then stilling. Lily's screams shattered me, her hands signing apologies to a silent Max. Dr. Elena Torres, a vet neighbor, sprinted over, tears falling. "He's dying. Call 911, she yelled, flushing Max's eyes. Diane scoffed. "I don't take orders." I grabbed my phone. "Colonel Ethan Harper, Special Operations," I barked. "Immediate medevac for a service animal under attack. Federal crime, disabled minor victim. Full tactical response." Diane's face drained as I used my call sign, Shadow 9, demanding detention and a vet team. Dispatch confirmed. 2 Blackhawks, ETA 3 minutes. Lily cradled Max, sobbing. "I'm sorry I couldn't save you." Elena reported. "Irregular heartbeat overdosed tranquilizer." Diane stammered. "I was protecting safety." I snapped. "You violated ADA, committed hate crimes, animal cruelty. 10-year minimum." Helicopter rotors thundered as Blackhawks descended. Diane's panic grew, her eyes darting skyward. Neighbors emerged, filming. "Mr. Lou recorded, his wife calling 911. A couple's therapy dog whined in sympathy. Mr. Evans, a retired lawyer, shouted, "I've documented Diane's bias for months, videos, emails, witnesses." His evidence would elevate Diane's charges to federal hate crimes. 1 Blackhawk landed, medics and a vet rushing to Max. A second hovered, securing the area. Agent Laura Vega, from the Disability Crimes Unit, addressed me. "Colonel Harper, a vet surgical unit's en route." Lily asked, "Can they save Max?" Vega knelt. "We've got the best eye specialist." The vet reported, "Severe corneal burns, cardiac distress, needs surgery." Diane protested, "This is excessive." Vega cuffed her. You're under arrest: hate crimes, civil rights violations, animal cruelty. Charges: promised federal prison, license loss, millions in fines. Max was stabilized for transport, Lily joining him in the medevac. As we lifted off, Diane was led away, her empire collapsing. The vet hospital rivaled human trauma centers. Max's 6-hour surgery repaired his corneas while Lily, guided by a child psychiatrist, processed her trauma. "Will Max still guide me?" she asked. "Dr. Sarah Klein assured. "His love for you is unbreakable." Agents gathered neighbor statements, videos, and ADA violations, building a case of systematic bias. News crews flocked, the story going viral: disability discrimination, abuse of power, a guide dog's bond. Neighbors rallied, the HOA ousting Diane, reforming policies. Dr. Michael Lee, the vet ophthalmologist, reported Max's sight should return. Their reunion, Max's tail wagging at Lily's voice, moved millions. Diane's trial was swift, her insanity plea failing against evidence of premeditation. Judge Anna Torres sentenced her to 12 years, mandating disability advocacy service, setting a precedent for service animal protections. Lily and Max healed, their bond stronger. Lily spoke at schools, sparking laws bolstering guide dog rights. Oak Ridge became inclusive, the playground a service animal memorial with tactile paths. 6 months later, Max guided Lily again, their walks a triumph. Diane's 3-minute power grab cost her everything, but ignited Lily's courage, transforming communities nationwide.